As part of our continuing coverage of Star Wars Jedi Survivor for IGN First, we wanted to showcase the straight combat gameplay that we use for our lightsaber stance explainer, so you can enjoy all the action and scout trooper dismemberment without my voice accompanying it. Please note that this is a test environment, not a level pulled from the actual game, and a showcase of just 4 of the 5 stances. With all that said, enjoy, and keep it here on IGN for more Star Wars Jedi Survivor all throughout February.
Just gave him a test environment. Okay. They give you all these saber options. Why would I ever use the single saber? Unless the single saber actually ends up being one of the best, but it's probably just like situational, depending on who you're versing. You do. It looks like you can whip out the dual sabers just like very fast with D-pad. Yeah, same as the first game. Didn't the first game had a skill tree, right? No dismembering? There definitely is. They showed them cutting a leg off. Yeah, I'm gonna be using this the most. But it looks like it might be, this is more of like an AoE type saber. Single saber is probably the best 1v1. Yeah, there, his arm just fucking cut off. Why are they waiting in line to attack? They're doing the Hollywood thing. Oh, you're actually really mobile with this. What the hell is that? Oh shit, wait a minute. Oh, you get that type of saber too? Oh, it looks like it really changes your move setup. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Oh, that's actually sick. I didn't know that was gonna be in the game. Yeah, it's almost like a longsword. They said they're showing 4 of 5, so I wonder what the 5th one is. They're like, nah, we don't show that one. That one's a surprise. You know what? The next game they should make, someone needs to make an Inquisitor game where it's just all force or some shit. I don't know. That'd be cool. Like this type of combat, but it's all like just pure force Inquisitor damage. I don't know. That'd be kind of sick. SWTOR has it. I know SWTOR has it. That's kind of what I'm pulling from. Like Force Unleashed? Yeah, true, but I don't think they're going to do another Force Unleashed. I'm looking forward to this game. I really don't like the health bars.
Star Wars, Souls-likes, and big-budget single-player action games, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order was a game that spoke to me on multiple levels.
This doesn't look bad.
It successfully merged the risk-reward elements of From Software's Soul series
that
with
looks
the power
weird.
fantasy that inherently comes with being a Jedi. That said, it wasn't a perfect combination. Backtracking without any means of fast travel was annoying, exploration was rewarded primarily with underwhelming cosmetics, and I couldn't help but wish that I could do a little more with my powers than just push, pull, and slow. I say all of this because my main takeaway from roughly 5 hours with the upcoming sequel, Star Wars Jedi Survivor, is that I felt like I was systematically crossing off the issues I had with Fallen Order. Survivor feels grander without ever letting the burgeoning scope compromise the exploration and sense of discovery that serves as its heart. My preview time was broken up with me spending about 4 hours on the planet Kobo, a gigantic and wide open planet that largely serves as Cal's home away from home throughout the course of Jedi Survivor's story, and then about an hour on a moon planet to showcase some more traditional combat and platforming encounters that fans have come to expect. Let's start off with Kobo because it represents the biggest change in Jedi Survivor vs. Fallen Order. A vast open world that sprawls out in every direction, with interesting encounters and rewards everywhere you turn.
That was weird. I don't know. I just like literally DC'd and came back. I need to change the ingest. I think this ingest is a piece of shit.
Shown you 9 minutes of Kobo gameplay as part of our IGN first coverage, but what we haven't really gotten to point out is the fact that most of the footage covers only the introduction to the planet, which is a fairly traditional linear portion that guides you through caves,
level 0.
valleys, and mountain trails, but then opens wide up once you get to the southern reach. In a moment that brought to my mind the very first time you step out onto the Great Plateau in Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
My main goal throughout this entire section was to reach the cantina to find someone to repair my crashed Mantis. And I could have just booked it over there to get on with the story, but if I did, I would have missed out on so much meaningful exploration. Off in one direction, there was a hidden cave that housed an incredibly tough and incredibly cool boss battle that I'd be remiss to spoil for you here. Off in another direction, there was a Bedlam Raider camp with stormtrooper armor on spikes and a nasty surprise waiting for me in a trapdoor that led underground. And if I took another path, I'd eventually find a Jedi chamber that housed a gigantic puzzle room. Other paths still were closed off until I found a particular upgrade. Better still, all of these excursions felt appropriately rewarding. Most offered me skill points for my trouble, which are much more valuable in Survivor due to the fact that there are now individual skill trees for each lightsaber stance, your force powers, and for flat health and force upgrades. And even the treasure chests that offer cosmetic items have vastly improved rewards due to the fact that you can find entirely different outfits for Cal to wear, as opposed to just different designs of ponchos. In addition to that, you can even find new hairstyles to equip Cal with. My personal favorite so far was a bandana that made him look a little bit like Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Kobo is massive, but thankfully I never felt lost thanks to some truly excellent map features, like automatic markers that highlight passageways that lead to unexplored areas, symbols that let you know what areas you can't access yet with your current abilities, a trail that marks the way you just came, and of course, fast travel. Thank Yoda for fast travel. Even better, Cal eventually also gains the ability to tame beasts, so he can use them as mounts or as ways to traverse large
That's gonna be
gaps.
pretty interesting.
All of these additions, on top of just stellar art design, all add up to make the act of exploring Kobo a joy. Another thing that struck me as I was playing was how good both the level and enemy design was at setting up fun opportunities for you to use your force powers in fun ways. Mini-boss arenas are full of objects that can be force-pulled and thrown to deal big damage. Rolling mines are both a constant threat and a constant blessing when you can send them back at pursuing foes. And there were plenty of opportunities to end a battle before it began by force-pushing foes off a ledge. Kobo is also not a one-stop shop. It's a planet that you're meant to return to many times over the course of Cal's adventure. Aside from the aforementioned locked passageways that Cal won't be able to progress through until he gets a specific upgrade, the cantina and the town it resides in, Rambler's Ranch, doubles as sort of a home base for Cal. There are vendors to purchase new customization options, colorful NPCs to talk to, and every time you come back, you can be certain there will be something new to check out. The second area I got to play was on an unnamed moon planet that Cal and his companion Bode visit sometime later in the game. In comparison to Kobo, this felt like a much more traditional style of level that would have been right at home in Jedi Fallen Order. That isn't to take anything away from it though, because it was a ton of fun, with a healthy balance of both death-defying platforming challenges and edge-of-my-seat combat encounters. The thing that stood out most about this level though was that there was almost a horror theme to it. Turns out that the enemies were expecting Cal, and thus most of them were lying in ambush. The beginning was very tense as it seemed like enemies were hiding around just about every corner waiting to get the jump on me. Even in a level that was much more linear, there still were plenty of goodies hidden off the beaten path, including Jedi Survivor's take on a DMC-like challenge room. In it, I had to face off against wave after wave of what seemed like hundreds upon hundreds of B1 droids that
basically,
would all go
if you
down
like
in
the
one or
first
two
game,
hits,
you'll
but
like
could
this
very
game.
easily swarm and overwhelm me. It was an absolute blast, and surprisingly tough as well, once they started mixing in some droids that would self-destruct if I didn't force push them away, or otherwise just get the heck out of there in time. I love this encounter because it's something that wouldn't have made sense.
Yeah, I
within the
really
context
enjoyed
of
the first
actual
game.
level, but in a sealed-off space where
I'm
anything
looking
goes,
forward to this
it was the
playthrough.
perfect kind of combat test. I hope there are a ton more of these, and I'd happily search every nook and cranny to find them.
This is
I could go
coming
on
out
about the Jedi Chamber puzzle
April,
rooms,
right?
the fun new force powers, the exciting story beats that took place after I stepped foot into the cantina, or some of the awesome boss battles I had to overcome. But it's all stuff that's probably better
April
experience
28th.
for yourself once the game comes out on April 28th.
Oh,
In the
there you
meantime,
go.
make sure to check out our breakdown of the 5 lightsaber stances, a look at 8 new enemies you'll face off against, and a quick peek at just one of the aforementioned Jedi Chamber puzzle rooms, as our coverage of Star Wars Jedi Survivor continues all throughout the month of February. Thanks for watching, and for everything else, keep it here on IGN.
Yeah, I'm down. It'll be good shit. Amazon publishing another MMO? Oh, they're doing Throne and Liberty? I thought it was already announced they're doing Throne and Liberty, no? I thought this was... Oh. Amazon Games and NC Soft announced agreement to publish Throne and Liberty in the West and Japan. I mean, one thing for sure, Amazon Games definitely loves their MMOs. You know, they definitely do. I think they just see... Like, New World was definitely successful. Lost Ark, I mean, New World was first party. Lost Ark, they published. I mean, there's no denying it was super fucking successful. So, like, why would they not keep doing this? Why wouldn't they do this? So, like, they're gonna get the opportunity. And this is like... It's not like Amazon Games is bad at publishing these MMOs. You know, I don't think they do anything. They just let it organically. They just support it. They haven't done anything to change the way they monetize the game. They just literally just publish it and bring it to the West. So, I mean, it's better than no one doing it, you know? There's not a lot of publishers who would bring this in. There's like the dudes who did fucking like Terra and stuff. I forgot. NCSoft falls off. NCSoft makes so many MMOs, bro. I'm not gonna read all this. TLDR, Amazon is bringing this to the to America. I mean, this MMO looks alright. This MMO looks like any other fucking MMO. All right, like it looks like any other. Oh wow, this is gonna be on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox, and will be cross-platform. That's actually pretty fucking big. This is actually, I think, the first MMO that is... Wow, actually, that's fucking huge. Jesus. That's actually fucking huge. Final Fantasy 14 True. Oh yeah, I always forget about Final Fantasy 14. Yeah. Did Final Fantasy 14 launch? No, wait, can you play Xbox? Can you play Final Fantasy on Xbox? I never liked MMO combat. Yeah, I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea. I always have a sauce. MMOs just make me feel like I'm playing a single player game that has mechanics that are worth pursuing. Or, no. How do I put this? Sometimes I feel like my time is more worthy in an MMO than a single player game. Because a single player game, you kind of like beat and forget. Whereas like a MMO, it's like you're doing these quests and it's persistent. You can like others are doing it and it's not gonna just fade away unless the MMO dies, but there's always like that bit of fucking bullshit that makes you want to play an MMO more, even if a single player is gonna be better, you know. Lost Ark combat is super good. Lost Ark combat is good, but there was something that got kind of boring about Lost Ark combat after a while. I think it was the way you upgrade your gear is annoying as fuck. I think that's what it came down to. I don't know if there will ever be an MMO that is gonna be like absolutely insane. I played that DMN. I played it on the demo days or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm always curious about the next MMO dropping. I just don't think there's gonna be anything that's gonna be mind-blowingly amazing. you know? It's like too much money. No one is gonna, every MMO plays it safe at the end of the day. Like a lot of the mechanics aren't like, they still keep it in line and very similar to other MMOs where you might as well just play whatever's the most popular out. So it's like you're spending the majority of your time doing something that counts more. There are too many MMOs? Nah, I mean, there's a shit ton of MMOs, but honestly, it's only worth playing probably like 4 or 5 if you're gonna pick one. I would pick it from a group of 5. That's what it comes down to. I am still thoroughly curious about the Last of Us multiplayer game that's coming out. I hope it's like a persistent online. You know they're gonna go fucking ham with that shit. Oh my god. I think the biggest downside is it's gonna be like I'm gonna have to play it on PlayStation 5. But yeah, because that's not gonna be on PC. Unless like PlayStation does some crazy shit where they launch their launcher that's been kind of talked about and it comes out on PC at the same time. Maybe. Right now they kind of wait and then come out with the PC version of their game, but maybe they'll do it so they go hand in hand. But you have to buy it on their app. Or on their, yeah, whatever. Which isn't bad. At the end of the day, like, it's like, okay, you have to buy a PlayStation, but then it's like, yeah, I could see them going the Microsoft route. I could see it. The difference is, I mean, you have to get a fucking Windows 11 computer, so you're paying for a Windows 11 key, and then you're gonna play a game on PC. TLAU is coming to PC at the end of the next month. Yeah, I know, but it's still like, I'm saying instead of delay, they would release it all at the same time. What happened? Cheaters will never be welcome in Dota. Today we permanently banned over 40,000 accounts that were using third-party software to cheat in Dota over the last few weeks. Oh no, this software was able to access information used internally by the Dota client that wasn't visible during normal gameplay, giving the cheater an unfair advantage. Jesus. With that going on, we released a patch as soon as we understood the method these cheats were using. This patch created a honeypot, a section of data inside the game client that would never be read during normal gameplay, but that could be read by these exploits. Each of these accounts banned today read from this secret area in the client, giving us extremely high confidence that every ban was well-deserved. Motherfucker! Hey, yo, how many people still play Dota? Dota do. Dota do. I don't know. It's okay. 500,000. It ain't worth it, chat. It ain't fucking worth it. If you're in America, it ain't worth it. You have more. Okay, 40% of the game is communicating with your team, all from different countries. Okay, the 60% is actually playing the fucking game. Hell no. Hell no. Gears of War 2 writer and co-director Joshua Ortega, Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man, Star Wars, is seemingly returning to Gears of War? What? Bro, they need to just look, alright? What was the last Gears of War, like 6 or 7? Dude, just fucking, look, just stop with Gears of War. 5? Bro, just be done with it. The last Gears game was good. I remember the last Gears game was fucking beautiful. And that's all it was. It felt super generic to play it. I remember getting bored because I was like, bro, this is like, it looks so good. It runs so good, but it feels so fucking generic. I remember actually the online was kind of fun though. I will say the headshots with the sniper was like very satisfying. But yeah, they just need to like chill with Gears, bro. I don't know, man. They don't need any more. Too many, dude. Too many. Just relax. When you're on number 5, at that point, you know you're milking it, all right? Even the fucking aliens or whatever are annoyed. Even they're like, bro, how have we not captured this fucking shit planet? There's literally nothing else to capture. Let's just fucking leave. The whole planet's destroyed. Literally. The locust, what is there on Earth to even conquer anymore? You literally shat on the whole planet. How is it taking 5 years to fucking harvest whatever the fuck you need to harvest? Go somewhere else. Who are these locusts? Go somewhere else. It's not Earth? Oh, well. Diablo.
Sanctuary is the world in which the story of Diablo
Senior Quest Designer 2. What happened to the first one? Did he die? Senior Quest Designer the second. What the fuck?
place. And it's the battleground for the souls of humanity and the fight between angels and demons.
Sanctuary is a vast world, and there'll always be something new in every area, like hordes of enemies, safe haven towns, resources to gather, events, quests, and more.
We wanted to bring Diablo 4 artistically more back towards like Diablo 2, the much darker style. It's very macabre.
The artists and designers have
Bro,
had so
I
much
better
fun
get my
working
fucking
on-
OLED monitor by this fucking game. I swear to God. LG, hurry the fuck up and manufacture your shit.
And it's just been a joy to create for us.
How would the people of Sanctuary show their world? What kinds of art would they use to describe the world? One of the things we really wanted to do was make the game feel like a painting.
Dude, I haven't
Everything
used
was
my
built
Steam
by-
Deck since WoW. It's like there's so much dust on it. I'll probably use it for Diablo 4. It will definitely run on the Steam Deck.
A wonderful group of people who love Diablo as much as you do.
We have 5 unique zones.
Each of the regions has its own kind of flavor and ambient life.
We take a lot of influence from what our concept artists give us, and I know they take a lot of influence from real life.
There's Kyrgyzstan, which is the sort of desert.
It's amazing with its sweeping sand dunes.
Skazglen, which is inspired by Scotland. Fractured Peaks is inspired by the Carpathian Mountains.
The Dry Steppes is sort of our mountainous desert region, and Hawazar is the swampy region of the south. Whether you're on a mount or on foot, it's a joy to go from one region to the next. Also, the region transitions are really beautiful and stunning to see.
Making sure that it felt sort of
Okay.
geologically true was really important. If you walk from Fractured Peaks into Hawazar, you'll cross all of these waterfalls caused by snow melt. So you can actually see the snow melting in Fractured Peaks through waterfalls, entering into Hawazar and entering the large basin that fills Hawazar with all of the swamp water.
We have
Damn,
all the
man,
different
the swamp place
environments in
looks
the
like
overworld,
shit.
And we tried to make sure there was some parity with those.
That's
in
gonna be the
dungeons.
worst
We
act.
have dungeons that are flooded, and there's like moss everywhere. It very much fits in with that Skazglen environment. Kyrgyzstan is
What
a
the
desert,
hell?
so
Wait, the bard can get like Kratos shit? The hell was that?
it very much fits in with that Skazglen environment. Kyrgyzstan
What
is
the
a
hell?
desert, so we have dungeons filled with sand. All the dungeons are particularly placed to make sure that they feel like this is a thing that could be in this part of the world. It fits here, it belongs here.
I know Barb is like cliche,
We
but I might
definitely redesigned
go
some of the
Barb.
monsters. For example, the Fallen family has gone through a major redesign to make them feel more grim, a little scarier, a little darker, to match the tone of Diablo 4.
Monster families are a way to describe the group of monsters that create.
Although
a combat
druid
experience.
sounds
a lot
sick.
Of times there'll be brutes and swarmers, melee or casters, and that's the term that we use to sum up the vampires or the drowned or the undead.
And all of them have unique abilities, but they all synchronize together. They bolster each other and improve how they work on the battlefield so that every time you fight a pack of, let's say, goatmen, it's always different.
We wanted to make sure that the monster
Oh,
families
different
all
goat men.
felt like
Nice.
they fit in their environments, and so our creature team did a really good job of making these different versions of them that have adapted to their environment. There's snowy goatmen and Fractured Peaks in some of the colder areas versus lightning goatmen are in Dry Steppes and kind of the more arid areas. Hawazar has a lot of poison spiders.
Each of the regions has its own kind of flavor, and it's pretty exciting to discover.
We have some really cool new snake men, the Nangari. We've
Snake
seen
men?
in
Goat
Diablo
men?
Before, but these
What
guys
the
are
fuck?
just really twisted amalgamations of multiple snake heads, even human body parts. We have skeletons, we have undead, we have ghosts, all the things that you would expect to find from a Diablo game.
I think the
Spiders have been
coolest
around
part
in
is
Diablo.
gonna be also seeing the world bosses. Like, I think they just showed up another world boss right there. This dude in the first one, like, it's gonna be cool seeing a bunch of players just run in and just trying to kill this dude for some loot.
undead. We have
I hate the
ghosts,
MMO part of
all the things you would
Diablo.
expect
I
to
actually,
find from a
I think
Diablo game.
I like this.
Spiders have
I
been
like
around
that
in
they're
Diablo
doing that.
forever, but the spider host was a cool new twist.
It's a giant spider that attaches to a corpse and then puppets it at you. And when you kill it, it explodes with tons of baby spiders. And then those little
Nice.
spiders come after you. And I feel slightly guilty about traumatizing a lot of people with it.
We also have wildlife, deer, snakes, bugs, dogs. You can pet the dogs, by the way.
So
Bro,
many-
that was the oddest bunny hop I've ever seen. Why is the bunny hopping like that?
Life, deer, snakes, bugs, dogs.
Who was the bunny dev? That's not how bunnies hop.
Wildlife, deer, snakes, bugs,
Maybe
dogs.
he's
You
hurt.
can pet the dogs, by the way.
So many people asked to pet the dog.
No, he looked
It's
laggy.
also-
He looked the fucking bunny was laggy. Was the bunny not laggy?
Snakes, bugs, dogs.
I
You
can't.
can pet the dogs, by the way.
So many people asked to pet the dog. It was actually a lot of hard work to figure out how to pet that dang dog. You have so many activities that you might run into. It could be a stronghold, it could be side quests. You might have key dungeons to do. There could be bounties to pick up. You might encounter a world boss. You might encounter an invasion event of some kind.
We have much longer, sort of narrative-heavy side quests, and we have some shorter side quests, so you never feel like you're always doing the same thing. The pacing is always a little bit different. One of the things that I really loved about our announcement was the By 3 They Come cinematic. I was able to
Yes.
build a quest where you actually get to go to those places. You get to
Oh,
go to
shit.
the town. You get to go inside the chapel. And I work with some incredible dungeon designers to build the dungeon from the cinematic. You're gonna get to go across the bridge that you saw to the actual room where Lilith was summoned. I don't want to spoil too much, but I'm super excited to have players see it.
That's kind of
Sometimes
cool.
it's kind of nice to just walk places, because that's a lot of the times when you see these little events.
You might find a demonic altar that you need to feed your blood to summon demons to then defeat for all of their loot. You might find a ghost child who's trying to find the remains of their parents, and you have to protect them. We have strongholds, which are a sort of large area that you can enter, and it has its own story, its own setup, its own sort of art that sort of tells a very specific story about this location, and those stay unlocked permanently once you've beaten back the darkness.
We did
Dude,
a
the
lot of
barb
figuring
spin
out
looks
the
in-
balance
like it's in
between,
slow-mo.
How much space do we need for players to play through these dungeons versus how much space do we need
Probably
to make
have to
them
level up
cool?
the
My
speed.
favorite is this one called Endless Gates. It's got these teleporters, and these teleporters actually take you to other dungeons. So you'll end up in a cave, a crypt, or one of the ancients. And every time you go in, it's designed to change.
And there's dozens of villages and towns that you will run into.
The cities and towns are designed to be hubs. They're havens. They're places where you can find other players. They're good places to do all of your usual inventory management.
Each region has its main city that you can get lots of side quests. And
You know,
lots
this
of
game has
activity.
that weird thing where sometimes the game looks really, really good, and other times it looks like weird or like not that great. Some games have it. This game has that, and it's weird. Like these shots look good. No. Usually there's games that it's like the whole game looks good throughout. This game, some of the earlier shots, it's like it looks like it's like low settings or something, and then these shots look great. Like they look like they're really detailed and the lighting's good. I don't know. I definitely see that with this game. Every time they've shown footage of it, I get both. It's almost like it's like they're showing two different things. It's weird.
We've really crafted the world.
Yeah, it's like
to
the
feel like
textures
there's
are
always
just-
something just around the corner to find.
Some games have that. This
In
game
Diablo
has
4,
it.
you actually get to walk Sanctuary.
It's a massive place that you can seamlessly explore with no loading in between zones, which is something brand new.
It's a very immersive experience.
What I love about it is that you can go in a direction and you might be searching for a particular quest or an item, and you'll come across a stronghold that you haven't explored before. You'll come across dungeons that have legendary affixes, or you might discover a side quest that you didn't even know about that fills in some bit of lore that you actually were interested in. There's any number of things that can happen along the road to your destination, and that's what I love about having this fast space.
There are tons of different types of events in the world. It's been created to feel full of things to encounter, full of secrets to discover, full of characters to interact with, full of stories to find. We have these altars to Lilith that if you can find them, they will give you a permanent buff to all of your characters across the game. There are tons of them hidden
What
everywhere.
the fuck?
We also have these massive world bosses that are so big the camera actually has
what?
to pull out even further.
That's important.
You have an opportunity to fight these bosses with your friends or with strangers to take down these huge world bosses.
And the team has done just an incredible job making Sanctuary a world worth exploring and a world worth investing yourself in.
God damn. Yeah. I'm down, bro. I'm looking forward to this heavily. I'm very much looking forward to it. They're really hyping up the world bosses. I mean, world bosses sound pretty cool. All yours? Yo, gladly, dude. Gladly. Thank you. No. You're too kind, bro. You're not gonna eat your portion? Thanks, dude. Thanks, man. No. Thanks, dude. No. Look, dude, we already saw Diablo 3 come and go like a dumb bitch. Enjoy paying $5 every time you want to get loot. Alright, bro, alright. He types after alt-tabbing from his PoE inventory that he stares at every day. Hey, yo, Jay Smith. I'm telling you, bro, the best. Yo, you guys and your fucking allegiances are great, all right? I'm over here looking at a buffet, all right? I'm at a buffet right now, okay? I'm gonna get the fucking Diablo lasagna, and then, oh, look over there. I kind of am feeling some Chinese food. I'm gonna go and fucking eat that shit as well when PoE 2 drops. I'm chilling. It's very nice being in the middle. I'm eating the PoE 2 fucking lo mein, and I'm eating the fucking Diablo lasagna. You motherfuckers think you gotta only eat the goddamn lo mein, or you gotta only eat the fucking lasagna. Why not both, you fucking papega? Imagine being so small-minded that you were basically getting... Some of you guys, I swear to God, I sometimes wonder, who negotiates your contracts? Do you guys get paid? We've gone over this. Do you guys get paid? You guys don't get paid to, like, be part of a game and, like, defend it? You guys don't get paid for that? You just do it? Interesting. Oh, I didn't know. That's nice of you. Our heartfelt thanks for your support and companionship on this journey, Elden Ring. You don't get fucking paid, bro? Shit. Only 20 million? Hey, yo, that's a lot.